In the quiet countryside of Harrisville, Rhode Island, stands a seemingly unremarkable farmhouse with a dark and infamous reputation. Known as the Conjuring House, this 18th century property was thrust into the limelight after the Perron family moved there in the 1970s and experienced a series of unexplained, terrifying events. These accounts later inspired James Wan's 2013 horror film, The Conjuring, captivating audiences worldwide. But beyond the cinematic scares lies a story steeped in mystery, fear, and alleged paranormal activity. A historical backdrop, the Arnold Estate. The Conjuring House, originally known as the Arnold Estate, was built in 1736. The property spans over 200 acres and carries a history riddled with tragedy. Over 8 generations of families lived and died on the estate, and local records hint at untimely deaths, including suicides, drownings, and murders. The most infamous figure tied to the house's haunted lore is Bathsheba Sherman, a woman accused of witchcraft in the 1800s. Though acquitted of the charges, Bathsheba's name became synonymous with malevolence, and she is believed by some to be one of the spirits tormenting the Perron family. Whether these stories are based on fact or embellished over time, the house's history sets the stage for its haunted reputation. The Perron family's ordeal. In 1971, Roger and Carolyn Perron moved into the farmhouse with their 5 daughters, hoping for a peaceful life in the countryside. What they encountered instead were years of fear and unrelenting supernatural activity. The Perrons reported experiencing everything from benign occurrences, such as objects moving on their own, to terrifying apparitions. Carolyn Perron often spoke of a ghostly woman with a broken neck who appeared at the foot of her bed, warning her to leave the house. The children reported seeing shadowy figures and feeling phantom touches. One of the most chilling accounts involved a violent spirit that allegedly attacked members of the family. Despite these events, the Perrons lived in the house for nearly a decade, unable to leave due to financial constraints. Bathsheba Sherman, witch or wrongly accused. The legend of Bathsheba Sherman looms large in the Conjuring House's story. According to local lore, Bathsheba lived near the property in the 1800s and was rumored to have sacrificed an infant to the devil. Though she was never formally convicted, the accusations left a stain on her name. The Perrons believed Bathsheba's spirit was one of the most hostile presences in the house. Carolyn Perron claimed to feel an intense, malevolent energy that she associated with Bathsheba. However, historians argue there is little evidence to support the more sinister aspects of her story. Whether Bathsheba was truly a malevolent spirit or the victim of small-town gossip, her legend remains an integral part of the Conjuring House's haunting narrative. The role of Ed and Lorraine Warren, famed paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren, played a pivotal role in bringing the story of the Conjuring House to light. The Warrens visited the property in the 1970s and conducted investigations into the Perrons' claims. Lorraine Warren, a self-proclaimed clairvoyant, reported sensing a dark, oppressive presence in the home. The Warrens attempted a seance to communicate with the spirits, but the event reportedly escalated the activity, leaving Carolyn Perron physically attacked and emotionally scarred. While the Warrens' accounts have been met with skepticism, their involvement cemented the house's reputation as one of the most haunted places in America. Paranormal activity or psychological phenomenon. Skeptics argue that the events in the Conjuring House can be attributed to natural explanations or psychological phenomena. The house's age and structural quirks, such as drafts and creaking floorboards, could account for many of the reported disturbances. Additionally, the Perron family's prolonged exposure to fear and stress may have amplified their experiences, leading to a shared belief in the supernatural. However, the sheer volume and consistency of the Perrons' accounts, combined with the experiences of visitors and investigators, leave room for doubt. Whether the haunting was real or imagined The stories surrounding the Conjuring House continue to captivate and divide opinions, modern-day legends, and tourism. Today, the Conjuring House remains a source of fascination for paranormal enthusiasts. In 2019, Corey and Jennifer Heinzen purchased the property and began hosting tours and overnight stays for those brave enough to explore its haunted halls. Visitors have reported eerie phenomena, including unexplained noises, shadowy figures, and sudden cold spots. The house has also become a hub for paranormal investigations, with teams documenting strange occurrences and capturing alleged evidence of ghostly activity. Its fame as the inspiration for the Conjuring film series has only heightened its allure, making it a must-visit destination for horror fans and thrill seekers. Cultural impact of the Conjuring films. The release of The Conjuring in 2013 introduced the world to the Perron story and sparked a renewed interest in the house. The film's success spawned a franchise that includes sequels and spin-offs such as Annabelle and The Nun. While the films take creative liberties, they remain rooted in the chilling experiences of the Perron family. This blend of fact and fiction has elevated the Conjuring House to iconic status in popular culture. It serves as a reminder of our enduring fascination with the supernatural and the thin veil between the seen and the unseen, the house's architecture and its role in the haunting. The Conjuring House, with its classic colonial farmhouse design, exudes an air of antiquity and mystery. Built in 1736, its creaky wooden floors, low ceilings, and dimly lit rooms contribute to the eerie atmosphere that so many visitors describe. The house's age and construction style make it susceptible to drafts, unexplained creaks, and temperature fluctuations, all elements that might be mistaken for paranormal activity. However, some paranormal investigators argue that the very layout of the house, with its hidden crawl spaces and interconnected rooms, creates an ideal environment for ghostly phenomena. The physical structure becomes a character in its own right, enhancing the sense of unease that permeates the property. The land's dark history. Beyond the house itself, the land on which it stands carries its own share of mysteries. The area surrounding the Conjuring House was originally home to indigenous tribes, and some believe the land holds spiritual significance or harbors residual energy from past events. During the colonial era, conflicts between settlers and native tribes often ended in violence, leaving a lasting imprint on the land. Some paranormal enthusiasts suggest that this turbulent history could contribute to the spiritual unrest experienced at the site. The combination of tragic human events and the natural energy of the land adds another layer to the haunting lore. Residual energy, the theory of hauntings on repeat. One popular theory among paranormal investigators is that the Conjuring House is a site of residual hauntings, where traumatic events from the past replay themselves like a recording. Unlike intelligent hauntings, where spirits interact with the living, residual hauntings are considered non-interactive phenomena that repeat specific actions or events. For example, the sound of footsteps on the staircase or the appearance of shadowy figures could be echoes of past inhabitants, imprinted on the house due to intense emotional energy. This theory helps explain why certain phenomena occur repeatedly in the same areas of the house, regardless of who is living there. The chilling stories of overnight guests. Since opening the Conjuring House to the public, the current owners have welcomed countless visitors, many of whom have shared their bone-chilling experiences after spending the night on the property. Guests have reported waking to find shadowy figures standing at the foot of their beds, or hearing disembodied voices whispering in the darkness. One particularly eerie account involved a guest who felt an invisible force press down on their chest, preventing them from moving or speaking. Others have described sudden, inexplicable temperature drops or the feeling of being watched. These first-hand experiences continue to fuel the house's reputation as one of the most haunted places in the United States. Skepticism and scientific perspectives. While the Conjuring House's reputation as a paranormal hotspot is well established, skeptics argue that much of the activity can be attributed to natural causes or psychological factors. The power of suggestion, combined with the house's isolated location and its infamous reputation, can prime visitors to experience fear and interpret mundane events as supernatural. Additionally, the house's age brings practical explanations into play. Drafty windows, settling foundations, and creaking wood can create the illusion of ghostly phenomena. Some psychologists point out that fear, stress, and anticipation can heighten the senses, leading individuals to perceive things that aren't there. These perspectives provide a balanced view, reminding us that not all mysteries are paranormal in nature. The Conjuring House stands as a chilling testament to the unknown, blending history, folklore, and paranormal intrigue. Whether you view it as a genuine site of supernatural activity or a house steeped in tragic human stories, its legacy endures. For those who dare to visit, the house offers an unforgettable glimpse into the mysteries of the past and perhaps the spirits that linger. Thank you for joining us as we explored the haunting history of the Conjuring House. What do you think? Are the legends true or just a case of overactive imaginations? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories of haunted history and paranormal mysteries. Until next time, stay curious and stay brave.